Hello students, welcome to the next lecture of breathing and exchange of gases. We are discussing about the bronchial respiration, in which the respiratory organs are gills. Now today we are going to discuss about a very important type of mechanism present in the body of aquatic organisms, because we know that for aquatic organisms very less amount of oxygen is available, as we have discussed earlier. Here the very less amount of oxygen is present in the water for aquatic animals. So to get rid out of this problem, the aquatic animals are having many adaptations in their body. First adaptation, there should be a continuous supply of water over the gills. And the second very important adaptation, that is called as countercurrent mechanism. So here we are going to discussing about the countercurrent mechanism. What is the exact meaning of countercurrent? We have to discuss here. To understand about countercurrent, firstly we have to know about what is the meaning of co-current. What is the meaning of co-current? Co-current means two fluids. Here two fluids are there. First one is water and second one is blood. The exchange of gases are going to take place between the two fluids, water and blood. So when the direction of both of the fluid is same, clear? What is co-current? Direction of both of the fluids remain same. What are the fluids? That is water and blood. So the flow of water and blood takes place in the same direction. So both of the fluid is same. It means both are flowing in the same direction. Then what will happen? We will see it later. Second one is countercurrent mechanism. Countercurrent, when the direction of both of the liquids is opposite. So here, when the direction of liquids is opposite. What are the liquids here? Again, water and blood. So the direction of blood and water are opposite. This is called as countercurrent. Now, Now we are going to discuss about diagrammatically what is the meaning of countercurrent and what is co-current. Clear? So first I am drawing the diagram of co-current. Suppose here I am going the diagrams. We are going to compare both of the things. First one is co-current, and here I am drawing about countercurrent. How both of these processes are helpful in the gaseous exchange. So here, this is a vessel in which water is flowing. So this is the vessel in which water is flowing, and one more vessel is there in which blood is flowing. This is the second vessel in which blood is flowing. So here water is there and this is the blood vessel. In blood vessel, blood is flowing, which is mostly deoxygenated, and the water is saturated with 100% of oxygen. Clear? So in water, the oxygen saturation in water is 100%. क्लियर? और ब्लड वेसल में जो ब्लड है it is deoxygenated. It has only 10% of oxygen. ठीक है? ब्लड वेसल में जो ब्लड फ्लो कर रहा है इट हैज ओनली 10% ऑफ ऑक्सीजन, और जो वाटर यहाँ फ्लो कर रहा है दैट वाटर इज हैविंग 100% ऑफ ऑक्सीजन सेचुरेशन. क्लियर? हियर 100% of O2 is there and here only 10% of oxygen is there. We know that the gases diffuses from its high concentration to low concentration. ठीक है? So the oxygen starts diffusing from 100 to 10. Here it becomes 90. Here it becomes 20. It becomes 80. It becomes 30. Here it becomes 70. And here it becomes 40. Here it becomes 60. And here it becomes 50. And at the time when it becomes 50-50 at both vessels, clear? This is called as equilibrium condition. So this is the condition of equilibrium when both of the vessels are having 50-50% of gaseous concentration. ठीक है? जब 50% gaseous concentration हो जाएगा तो क्या यहाँ पर गैसेस का मूवमेंट होगा? नो. ठीक है? तो इसके बाद यहाँ पे गैसेस का मूवमेंट क्या हो जाएगा? बंद हो जाएगा. इट मीन्स 50% oxygen remains in the water and 50% oxygen in the blood. This is during co-current when both the liquids are flowing in the same direction. The flow of liquids is in same direction. ठीक है? तो इस केस में क्या हो रहा है? हमारे पास गैसियस एक्सचेंज तो हो रहा है, गैस का डिफ्यूजन तो हो रहा है, बट 50% पे आने के बाद when the condition of equilibrium is there, the gaseous diffusion gets stopped. Now the second one is I'm sorry. The second one is counter current mechanism. Here again I am drawing two vessels. In this vessel water is flowing and in this vessel blood is flowing. So this is the blood vessel and in it water is there. Here the direction of both of the fluids is different. Water is flowing from here and blood is from here. Again, the concentration of oxygen in water is 100%. Clear? It is oxygen saturation in water is 100%, and the blood which is flowing in the blood vessel, it is having only 10% of oxygen. It means it is highly deoxygenated. Only 10% of oxygen is there. Now the blood starts flowing and water also starts flowing. ठीक है? जैसे ही यहाँ पे वाटर मूव करना स्टार्ट करेगा 10% ऑफ ब्लड इज देयर. 10% ऑक्सीजन किस में है? ब्लड में प्रेजेंट है. और वाटर में कितना ऑक्सीजन प्रेजेंट है? 100% ऑक्सीजन इज देयर. दिस 10% रीचेज अप टू हियर. Here 90% of the oxygen remains. Why? Because 10% of the oxygen diffuses to this blood vessel. 10% oxygen is present in the blood. 10% diffuses from the water. 10% यहाँ से आ गया. It becomes 20% and this 20% absorbed by the body. This will diffuses in the body. Again the 10% is entering from the blood. Blood is continuously flowing and water is continuously flowing. Clear? तो यहाँ पे फिर से जो blood आ रहा है it is with 10% of the oxygen. Here it becomes 80% because 10% diffuses in this blood vessel. Again 10 and 10 it becomes 20 and it diffuses in the body tissues. Again 10% of oxygen is coming with the blood and 10% oxygen is diffuses from the water. Now again it becomes 20 and it will reaches to the body tissues. Again 10% oxygen is coming with the blood and 10% oxygen is taken from the water, it becomes again 20 and it goes inside the body tissues. Here it becomes 50, again 20, 40, again 20, 30, here it again 20, 20, here again 20. Clear? So in this condition, at last only 10% of oxygen remains in the water and 10% in the blood. It means 90% of the oxygen is absorbed by the blood. In this case, when the water and blood are flowing in the opposite direction. ठीक है, this is the counter current mechanism. This is co-current. ठीक है, यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है आपके पास, जब 50-50 वाली कंडीशन आ जाएगी, इक्विलिब्रियम की कंडीशन आ जाएगी, तो उस केस में आप देख रहे हो डिफ्यूजन ऑफ ऑक्सीजन रिमेन्स स्टॉप. लेकिन यहाँ पे आप क्या देख रहे हैं, कंटिन्यूअसली हमारे पास ऑक्सीजन जो है वो ब्लड में डिफ्यूज हो रही है और ब्लड से फिर बॉडी टिश्यूज में ये डिफ्यूज हो रही है. 10% लास्ट में जब बच जाती है तो इक्विलिब्रियम कंडीशन आ जाती है. 90% ऑफ द ऑक्सीजन इज गेटिंग absorbed by the body. So this is the counter current mechanism which is very helpful in the process of gaseous exchange in aquatic organisms. क्योंकि aquatic organisms के लिए ऑक्सीजन का अमाउंट क्या है, बहुत कम, because water is almost 800 times denser than air, so it has very less concentration of oxygen. और उस less concentration of oxygen में से एक्वेटिक एनिमल्स को उस ऑक्सीजन को वाटर से एब्जॉर्ब करना है और वाटर से एब्जॉर्ब करने के लिए उनकी बॉडी में कुछ अडेप्टेशंस प्रेजेंट होते हैं. ठीक है, इस तरह के स्ट्रक्चर्स प्रेजेंट है जो इस प्रॉब्लम को सॉर्ट आउट करते हैं. एक तो कंटिन्यूअसली वाटर फ्लो रहता है, एक्वेटिक एनिमल है तो गिल्स पे से कंटिन्यूअसली वाटर फ्लो होता रहेगा, और दूसरा काउंटर करंट मैकेनिज्म. क्लियर? सो दिस इज ऑल अबाउट द ब्रेंकियल रेस्पिरेशन. ठीक है, ब्रेंकियल रेस्पिरेशन के बारे में हम लोगों ने डिस्कस किया. और in our next video we will discuss about the next type of respiration, that is pulmonary respiration. Thank you very much.